One of the biggest used car dealerships in the state is accused of selling cars that break down after a month, a week, or even a day. Now, this all started with a single person reaching out to Contact7, and it turned into a wave of complaints. And that got Denver 7's Jason Grenauer fired up to get some answers.
I decided to get this Denali thinking, hey, it's a lot more room, better for my family.
For John Rodgers, this GMC was supposed to be the upgrade he needed. Instead,
it's been hell.
He bought it from the Sharpest Rides in Englewood back in January.
The third day that I had it, the cluster already automatically didn't turn on.
In the 10 months he's owned it,
the oil pump went out on it, the starter went out on it, oil pan gaskets went out on it. This is my third motor on the vehicle. All the repairs that I've done to this, I'm completely broke. Like, my credit cards are maxed out.
And he's placing blame on the dealership that sold it to him.
I think they sold me a lemon. They knew it was a lemon from the get-go.
This isn't the first time we've heard this story.
I feel like they sold me a lemon, and they sold me a mechanically defective car.
We profiled Air Force veteran Brandon Horning in September, less than a month after buying this Charger from the Sharpest Rides.
This engine is absolutely dead. It is fried. This car is unoperable.
After we aired Brandon's story, we were bombarded. Emails started rolling in, most with similar complaints, where the engine blew after a month, where a day in, major engine problems happened, and one that wouldn't start just hours after purchase. There were also 29 complaints with the Better Business Bureau. The dealership has a sign saying it's BBB accredited, but it's not, and hasn't been since 2014. And then there are multiple complaints on file with the state, including a February investigation that found the Sharpest Rides didn't disclose hail damage to a customer. How do you respond to that volume of complaints?
It's congruent with the number of cars we sell.
Robert Lipp is the general manager of the dealership. He says they sell about 500 cars a month, all pre-owned.
It's got moving parts and oil, and things happen.
Cars here come from auction, trade-in, or other places. Lipp says their cars are quality, but are sold as is.
We're not over here selling lemon cars. That's just not something that any dealership would open their doors to sell.
They argue it's not about the fact that cars break. It's that when they do, they work with customers to help fix it. Wouldn't some people say a good dealership is someone who sells me a car that I won't have to fix?
Yeah, I wish that were the case, but every pre-owned dealership that you go to down anywhere in Colorado will have issues with the car that they sell, period.
The dealership says all vehicles are driven, tires are checked, and oil is checked before sale. They don't go through a specific 180 or 200 point inspection.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to take 900 cars and peel the motor open on all of them, or take the transmission apart on all of them to certify it and say, hey, it's good to go. I promise you nothing's going to happen. That's just not the case.
Which leaves customers like John Rodgers
pissed off, really pissed, because, you know, I thought I bought a reliable vehicle, and it's been unreliable since the day I bought it.
So how do you avoid buying a used car with problems? I spoke with a few local mechanics who will do an inspection of a used car to root out problems before you buy it. And the best news, it only costs about $100. Shannon?
Jason Grenauer.